In the late 1990s, Austria and Spain jointly developed a new generation of armored vehicles to replace their old M113, 4K4FA, and other armored vehicles. The Santa Barbara Systems Company of Spain and the Steyr-Daimler Puch Company of Austria collaborated on the development, and in the early 21st century, the ASCOD armored vehicle, Austrian-Spanish Cooperation Development, also transliterated as the ASCOD armored vehicle, was developed. The ASCOD is referred to as a medium-sized armored vehicle, initially expected to weigh only a dozen tons, but the weight increased to nearly 30 tons due to changing demands, almost catching up to the weight of many modern light tanks. However, the increased weight also brought some benefits, such as being able to allocate more weight to armor protection. Due to differences in the needs of the two countries, the Spanish version is called the Pizarro, and the Austrian version is called the Ulan. The ASCOD adopts a relatively traditional layout, with the front right of the hull housing the power compartment, the driver on its left, the rotating turret mounted in the middle, and the passenger compartment in the rear. The Pizarro is equipped with a 600 horsepower diesel generator, while the Ulan is equipped with a 720 horsepower diesel generator. Both use the same mechanical drive system and torsion bar suspension. The maximum road speed of the Pizarro is 70 km per hour, with a maximum range of 500 km. The combat weapon of the armored vehicle is an electrically operated two-person turret, housing a dual-axis stabilized Mauser Mk 30/230mm cannon and a 7.62mm machine gun as a secondary weapon. The Pizarro uses the MG3 machine gun, while the Ulan uses the FN MAG machine gun. The cannon has an elevation angle of -10 degrees to +50 degrees and has a certain air combat capability. The turret stores 200 rounds of cannon ammunition and 600 rounds of machine gun ammunition, with an additional 205 rounds of cannon ammunition and 1290 rounds of machine gun ammunition stored in the hull. Different versions of the ASCOD have significant differences in fire control. For example, the Pizarro uses the 10 Malawian Kwacha's fire control system, with a digital ballistic computer, thermal imager, and laser rangefinder, providing high accuracy in mobile shooting. The Austrian and other export versions use different components for fire control, lacking a unified format. The armor protection of the ASCOD is slightly stronger than the old M113 armored vehicle. The basic armor is made of rolled steel armor, capable of withstanding 7.62mm armor-piercing bullets from all angles. The frontal armor can withstand 14.5mm armor-piercing incendiary projectiles at a 60 degrees oblique angle from 500 meters away. The frontal hull can also be fitted with a certain amount of explosive reactive armor to increase resistance to armor-piercing projectiles. During the sales process, the armored vehicle can continue to add additional armor according to user requirements, reportedly increasing the total combat weight of the vehicle to 45 tons, achieving NATO Level 6 protection. The troop compartment is equipped with 2 rows of seats with side armor protection. The Pizarro can only carry 7 fully armed soldiers, while the Ulan can carry 8. Soldiers enter and exit through the rear compartment door, with 2 additional small hatches on the top of the compartment for emergency use. The ASCOD armored vehicle has developed into a large armored family, including armored training vehicles, LT-105 light tanks, command vehicles, etc. Later, the ASCOD 2 armored vehicle was improved and upgraded on the basis of the original vehicle, leading to the development of more vehicle models such as the ASCOD 2 MMBT medium tank, Donner 155mm self-propelled howitzer, and the ASCOD armored personnel carrier. It is not an easy task to fully understand this large family of vehicles. The General Dynamics Corporation of the United Kingdom developed the Ajax armored vehicle based on the ASCOD, intended to be the next generation of armored weapons for the UK and to a certain extent, replace main battle tanks, but the project has encountered many problems in its development.